Tati for the Rough Cuts on Sunday. Hope you all had a great week. Today I'm going to talk about another blaxploitation film from the 70s. It is called Blacula. As you can guess, it is a black version of Dracula, and it's really not that bad of a movie considering its name. You'd think it would be extremely stupid, very campy. It is campy, but it could have been a lot worse. The performances in this movie are really not so bad. It's starring William Marshall, who is actually mainly he's deceased now. He was mainly a stage actor, most notably in Othello. He played a lot of roles on Broadway over the years, and most recently people would know him as the King of Cartoons from Pee-wee's Playhouse. He plays the title role of Blacula. And you also have Vonetta McGee, who passed away just last month, and she was in varying movies during the 70s. One of the faces of blaxploitation, even though she hated the term, but she was along the ranks of Pam Grier as far as that genre is concerned. This was also the first film role of Denise Nicholas. She was in a lot of television shows such as Love Boat, Baby I'm Back, and you have Thalmus Rasulala. I have to look up his name again because it's not a very common last name. Not that Thalmus is all that common outside of biology, but he played the father on What's Happening, and he plays kind of like the Van Helsing role in this movie. This movie starts out in, I think it's 1780 in Transylvania, and Prince Mamuwalde and his wife Luva, played by William Marshall and Vonetta McGee, are in Transylvania at Dracula's mansion discussing the African slave trade over a dinner party. And Dracula insults Prince Mamuwalde, considering Luva his wife. And so that, just kind of degenerates into Dracula cursing Prince Mamuwalde, turning him into Blacula, and then having Luva, the wife, die in his coffin in this mansion. Then you have present day 1972. These two flamboyantly gay men, almost cartoonishly so, are antique shopping in Transylvania. They buy the house and all the contents in it. They ship it to New York City. That's how Blacula's body ends up in New York City. At the wake of one of the flamboyantly gay men, Prince Mamuwalde, or Blacula at that point in time, sees Tina, played by Vonetta McGee, and she looks exactly like his dead wife Luva. So he believes that she is the reincarnation of Luva. So he pursues her. And so it's a love story, and that is what drives Blacula throughout this entire movie, reuniting with his dead wife. Well, it's pretty obvious what happens. So it's one episode after other. The storyline's cheesy. It really is. It's predictable, but the acting performances are really pretty good. One of the things that kind of bothers me, though, is that when they figure out it's a vampire that's committing all of these murders throughout the city, that it takes them a while to figure out that it's Mamuwalde who's committing them, even though he is dressed just like Dracula throughout this whole thing. But that's one of the kind of obvious problems with the movie. But otherwise, it's pretty enjoyable. Performances are pretty strong, and it has a great soundtrack. The Hughes Corporation, they are known mainly for the song "Rock the Boat." They have a couple of performances in this movie, and it's a great soundtrack if you like funk and soul. Gene Page from Motown, he did all the compositions for the soundtrack. And give it a go. There aren't that many blaxploitation horror films. You've got, the very inferior Scream Blacula, Scream Blacula Scream, which I don't recommend to anybody. There's also Blackenstein, which was It's really bad. And Abby wasn't so bad. It's kind of like the black version of The Exorcist. In the 70s, there are a lot of the black version of well-known movies and television shows, like the new Odd Couple, things like that. But give this movie a go if you ever come across it. It's bad, but it isn't that bad. It could be much worse. And I have to go. I will see you all next time. Goodbye. When I do, I'm gonna tap you down.